With the Common Core State Standards, students are asked to annotate text and literary passages. Padlet is one of the digital tools that students may use to annotate text. To create a Padlet wall, go to http://padlet.com. Click Build a Wall. Click Modify Wall. If desired, you can click the Wallpaper tab and select an appropriate image. In the Layout tab, you can select Freeform, which means that posts can be moved and resized, or you can select Stream, which means that posts will be placed one below the other. In the Privacy tab, you can check Moderate Posts if you want to approve students' annotations before they show up on the wall. In the Address tab, select Pick a Padlet.com address. Type your own customized web address for the wall. Then click Pick. The customized address appears in this area. You can share the customized address with your students by writing it on the board. You can then instruct the students to open the web browser and type the address, the customized address, into the web browser. After you share the wall with your students, you will want to post one or more questions or instructions related to the text that they are reading on the wall. To do this, you can click on the wall. To post text, you will double-click and then type the question or instructions. I'm going to type a question, which is, what types of segregation were used in the South during the Jim Crow era? So now I'm going to just drag this question to move it to the top of the page. At this point, you can show students how to type their annotation on the wall. And to do this, students can double-click anywhere on the wall, and students can type their name, and they can type their answer to the question or response to the instructions on there. They can also add images on the wall, or they can hyperlink to other web pages. To add an image, they will click the Upload a File icon, and then they can click, and then they can browse through their files. They'll have to have the image saved to the computer before they do this, and they can select an appropriate image. And again, if you've allowed them to do this, they can move their images or responses around on the wall. EduCreations is another effective digital tool that students can use to annotate text. To use EduCreations, go to www.educreations.com. Click Sign Up Free and create a teacher account. After you create your account, you will need to open your email account and verify the creation of your new account. After you sign in, you will see the EduCreations dashboard. You will click Create a Course. A course is a group of students. It could be a classroom or a grade level. You will type the course name. In this case, I could type the name of the teacher if it's a classroom or the grade level. You will select a subject area. In this case, I'm going to pick All, and you will select a privacy setting. If I want to make this course visible to the students in this class only, I will say visible to my students, or I can make it visible to all at my school. Click Create. In the EduCreations dashboard, select Students, and then select Add to add students. And what you will need to do when you add students is you can share this course link with them so that they can see the course, or you can give them the following code to register with. Then you will want to click Lessons and click Create New Lesson. Before you create a new lesson, you will need to save a picture or image of the text or literary passage that you want students to annotate to your computer. To do this, you can hypersnap or use the snipping tool to snap out a portion of the text that you want students to annotate and save that file as maybe a JPEG file to your computer. After you do that, you can insert the image of the text into EduCreations, and to do this, you click the Insert Image button at the bottom of the EduCreations page. Then you navigate to the image of the text that you saved to your computer and double-click on it, and the image of the text will appear here in EduCreations. After that, if you've shared the course with your students, they can then use these different tools up at the top to annotate the text, to add their thoughts and annotations, and to answer questions. They can also use this record button to record their thoughts and annotations. PowerPoint is another digital tool that students can use to annotate text. Before students begin annotating in PowerPoint, you will need to digitize a passage or a portion of a passage. To do this, you can type the text on your PowerPoint slides. Another way you can do this is to copy the text if it's already in digital form and then paste the text on your PowerPoint slides. Another way to do this is to take a snapshot of the text and then insert it into the PowerPoint file as a picture or image. Students will need to be in the edit mode of PowerPoint rather than in the presentation mode to annotate. One way students might annotate is to insert symbols such as check marks and stars next to the text. This slide shows some commonly used symbols. If you add the symbols to a slide, students can copy and paste them next to the text. For example, in this paragraph, students might feel that the text that says strict laws called Jim Crow laws enforced a system of white supremacy that discriminated against blacks and kept them in their place as second-class citizens is important. So they might copy the star and paste it beside that text. Another way students can annotate is to add comments in PowerPoint. Question 1 reads, in the first paragraph, the author uses the phrase, if you happened to be an African American. What does the use of the words happen to be tell us about how the author views the subject of race? To add a comment on the Home tab in the drawing group, students will select a shape to insert. Callouts work well. So I'm going to select a call out and I'm going to put it here on the page. Can move it around a little bit. And then I'm going to insert my answer. Students can type their answer into the call out. Another way to annotate is to add hyperlinks. Question 2 says, the title of the introduction of this piece is Why They Walked. Who is they? Provide 3 short quotes as evidence of your answer. To add hyperlinks, students will type their answers to the question in the PowerPoint. Students will then select the text they want to link from. In this case, we will select part of the answer. On the Insert tab, in the Links group, click Hyperlink. The Insert Hyperlink dialog box will appear. Click Place in this document. Select the number of the slide where the text you want to reference is contained. In this case, it's slide 4, and then click OK. Students have then hyperlinked their answer to the portion of the text where they are referring to with their answer. Another way students can annotate text is to insert pictures into the PowerPoint slide. Question 3 asks, what types of segregation were used in the South during the Jim Crow era? Give 3 specific examples. In reference to the question about types of segregation, the text mentions segregation in hospitals, cemeteries, schools, churches, restaurants, hotels, water fountains, and movie theaters. Students can search for pictures related to concepts and vocabularies contained in the text. To insert pictures, first you will need to show students how to search for pictures on the internet, explain copyright law and fair use to students, show students how to cite the resources they find on the internet, and show them how to use the snipping tool or HyperSnap to capture and save images to their computer. On the Insert tab in the Images group, click Picture, locate the picture file, and select the picture, and then click Insert. And then students can then move the picture around. You'll also want to have them cite their source for the picture. So I've done that here, and they can do that by typing the reference in there. Another way for students to annotate text in PowerPoint is to insert audio narration. Question 4 states, the last sentence in this excerpt is, "It all started on a bus." What is it? How do you know? To insert audio, you will need a microphone that plugs into a USB port or a headset with a microphone. Students can take turns using the microphone if you have only one microphone. On the Insert tab, in the Media group, click the Audio command. Select Record Audio. Students can click the Record button and record their annotations. The word "it" means walking in protest to the segregation of blacks. The title of the passage, The Freedom Walkers, and the section title, Why They Walked, allude to this. Students can then click OK to finish their recording. Students can then click the play button to hear their recording. The word "it" means walking in protest to the segregation of blacks. The title of the passage, The Freedom Walkers, and the section title, Why They Walked, allude to this.